Hi everyone, Noit Page, and I'm going to use one of the painty papers I've done in my last video. Here is one, and I really don't have a complete idea what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play. So I'm starting by tearing it. Yes, I am. Like so, and I'm going to just glue it down with some white glue, and I'm making a mess because some days are just like that. This is a sketchbook paper. Works for me. Not everyone likes it. It depends on the quality of the paper, I think. So I'm just putting nice coat of white glue and the piece I tore like so, and I'm also going a little bit over it. Okay, so let's do another. I think, I don't know, let's tear a little bit more, and I'm going to put it here. I'm putting a nice coat of white glue just because the sketch paper just drinks it immediately, so that's why it soaks it in. Yeah. Okay, so moving on, I want to now put some gesso, and I want to smudge, blur the edges that I've got here, and starting to connect piece to a coherent background. Sometimes the words escapes me. I've got some gesso here and on a craft foam and some brayers. I just prefer to work with brayers on craft foam, or if it needs to be more refined, then I will take a gel plate and work on it, but a craft foam is good enough for me. And I'm just taking some of the gesso, and first I'm going here in between the pieces, and again making a mess. And also I get some texture, which is great. So now, as you can see, I'm also going on top of the edges of my painty paper, but I'm trying to do it very lightly. I haven't waited for the glue to dry. It wasn't important enough for me. Okay, so I've got this. Everything is still wet, which is what I want, and I'm taking a acrylic paint, and I want to just, I had a little bit on my finger, so now I'm just want to work stains of it. I don't want a complete white, and I want some hints of the colors I have got here in the white. So I'm dirtying my white. Yeah. So now I'm taking another one, just this purple, and once again I'm really just putting a little bit of it in several places, and of course if I don't like it, I can go over with gesso. Okay, so I'm adding one more color that isn't in this painty paper. I'm adding turquoise, and I don't know why. I want it. Okay, so again, just dirtying the white. And I really need to let this dry before I do anything else. Just a little bit more white. I have too much of the turquoise now. I will wait for it to dry, add a little bit more gesso, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. That's how it looks. And now I want to create some texture, and again blend all the pieces into one background. I'm using this stencil. I bought it on AliExpress, and I'm going to use some modeling paste. This one is a little bit grainy. I just grabbed what was close to me, but you can use any texture paste you want. You don't even have to use a texture paste. If you want, you can just stencil with white. I went for a little bit more texture because here I also have some texture. So I'm just taking some of the paste and going over the area where I have the painty paper, and I'm also going outside and into the area where I don't have the painty paper. So I'm just going, just eyeballing it, and if I want like a part of it, I will just scrape it off when I lift the stencil. Okay, I hope this is okay. I'm trying to just take a little bit of the excess and lifting it. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes I surprise myself. Okay, so now this, and I want to try and do it gently so I won't ruin what is going on here, and I don't have patience for this side to dry. So let's try and do something without damaging the other side. And I think I will place it here, and same thing, just laying down the paste. If the noise of me scraping this grainy stuff is making you crazy, just scroll forward until I'm finished with it. I will have to let it, of course, dry before I'm doing anything else, so just scroll forward. Yay! Okay, I like it. I don't need this, so I'm scraping it. And now I'm going to let this dry. I'll be back. I'm back, and this is dry. Now I want more turquoise here. This is too pink for me right now. And I thought about using one of my sprays that I make from gel food coloring and just water. But I think it's too translucent. So I'm going to take the same turquoise I've used before. It's just an acrylic paint, and I'm hoping to create some kind of wash with it by adding lots of water. So let's see if I can work it. Just taking a brush and mixing it. I don't want chunks in it, and I want it watery. Okay, so this looks fine. I'm just going to take a paper towel because sometimes you want to control where this drippage is going to go. So in advance, let's see. Drip. It doesn't want to drip. I need more water. I'm going to take another spray bottle. This is a little bit more fine, more mist than straight. Okay, now it's starting to drip. Now that's what I was aiming for, something in between being opaque and being completely translucent. I didn't want it either way, so that was what I was aiming for, and some of it I control, as you can see, and some of it I will just let drop, and if I don't like it I can use the paper towel like this. And of course, if I really don't like it, I can always cover it with gesso. So I can play as much as I want until I'm satisfied with what's going on. I really want it to go into the texture. Less concerned about it being here. Some of it is okay, some I will just soak with the paper towel. And now I'm doing the other side. Once again I will have to help it with a little bit of spray. The important thing is to just work it until you like it. And remember that you can always fix it. Okay, a little bit more water. The water also helps it spread and not be too concentrated in one place. Yeah, like it. I'm just going now and dabbing a little bit more where my edges of the page, just to frame everything and connect all the parts, so I will have a more cohesive background. Okay, I think I'm mostly done. I'm just covering a little bit of the areas that I have problem with, but otherwise that's what I was aiming for, so all good. Okay, so I'm letting this dry and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So love what's going on here. Just want to add a little bit of detail, so I picked this stamp. You can pick whatever you like in a background, and archival ink, and I'm just going to stamp it randomly here on the page. And I'm not even looking for a great print, just adding some detail. And let's do this. without making a mess if I can. I need to take it out. Good enough for me. Yeah. Okay, so I've got a little bit of black detail in the back, which I like. Now, focal point. I had a debate with myself. I had several things prepared. I was playing with all kinds of stuff, and I have leftovers from other projects. And first I was going for this, and I love it. I really love it, but then I wasn't sure, and then I was going for this, and I'm a little bit sick and tired of me making leaves. So I went for something else, and I will tell you how I prepared it. I've got this lovely lizard which is going to find a home here, and so I just printed this lizard pattern from the internet. Just do free printables or a lizard pattern search. There are, I think it was even from some quilting website, so it's not even art journaling or anything. There are so many free printables that you can do. No, so I had this pattern, and what I've done is I've taken and traced it into a page of one of these coloring pages. I've got tons of this. It was my mother's. That's what kept her going through 2 years of COVID and 4 lockdowns that we had. So now I have them, and I'm going to use them a lot. So what I've done is just traced the pattern of the lizard, and just added a little bit more color in between where I had white, and then I just fussy cut it. So my lizard is going here. I'm just going to put some glue in the back. It's just a white glue. I'm using it just because it has a fine opening that allows me to go around the shape just easier. Of course, I could just have picked some brush and go over all of it, but didn't want to make a mess right now. This is the end of the page. I'm not adding anything to it, so no point of adding anything more wet stuff. Let's see. I'm taking a step back just so I can see about the placement of my lizard. Yeah. Okay, so just sticking it. Oh yeah, I love it. But I really think I need just, where is the stamp that I used? After you're putting the focal image, sometimes you see more clearly what is going on. Good enough. So this is it. I hope you liked it. I hope you will try your hand and do something like that and have a lot of fun. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.